going on, you guys? So it's been about a month, almost a month, 2 days it'll be a month since I posted the asking me a question video. I know I fell off, I didn't make the video. So but I believe after that I was looking through it and I had 2 day in lives after that, a giveaway video, which a giveaway video is coming. I'm hoping by this Friday, or yeah, this maybe actually not tomorrow, probably Friday, I'll do the giveaway video for the prizes. We bombed Ziggler's Twitter account. We didn't get a response, but you know what? He saw it. We all know he saw it because that guy loves Twitter. He's always on Twitter. But anyways, yeah, giveaway will be Friday. I'm hoping, if not Monday, before or after Raw. So that's coming. Um, what else? Let's get down into the Q&A. By the way, I think I only got like 2 questions off of Twitter. On Facebook, I'm not even sure. I was trying to look. I couldn't find any. So I'm sorry. I'll go with the first 2 Twitter questions. If I don't get your question, if I somehow forget your question, I'm sorry. It always happens. Somebody's question always gets like missed, and I'm really sorry about that. I try to make sure I go through all these. So let's go with the first question. I didn't even get to look over any of these questions, but by the way, 160 something YouTube comments, and some people were like 2 questions each. So this will probably be 45 minutes to an hour, but I'm ready. These are always fun to do. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to ask questions. So anyways, first question comes from Brian Clark on Twitter. And he says, how and where did you get the backstage tour for Payback? This is a question I get a lot. I won a charity auction for it. It was during WrestleMania time. It was the money went to Stars for Kids, something like that. So it's pretty much a benefit kids. The money went to a kids organization, something to benefit kids. And I won the auction. There was a bunch of them on there. And when we went backstage, the people that were with us, the girl that was with us with her dad, she won an auction. She won a backstage tour, and she got to have her makeup done with like the Divas or something. That's what she was saying. I guess she was there maybe like an hour before us, so she actually got to meet a bunch of those wrestlers. She got to meet more wrestlers than us, which I wish I would have. The messed up thing is me and Jeff almost won a backstage tour for Hell in a Cell, which is coming up this Sunday. And, I'm glad we didn't get that. They say everything happens for a reason, and I definitely believe that. I'm glad we got the payback tour because Jeff's brother, like you see in the video, is in the hospital, and I would have never felt good going to Hell in a Cell this Sunday with that going on, especially since it's in Dallas, Texas. So I'm glad we went to payback in June and everything was good. So, yeah, that's the story on how did I get payback tour, which I'm sure I'll probably get another couple of those in the video. Let's see. So next one comes from Boom. It's Owen. Owen the Poen. Are you going to WWE Live in Chicago in the next few months? I think. Let's see what's coming up. I think there's going to be December 26th, like a live or a house show SmackDown or Raw, which I've never even been to a house show yet, believe it or not. But we'll see. It's still 2 months away from now, and possibly. And when will there be another giveaway? So I guess he asked this question before. So there's a giveaway. There was a giveaway probably like 2 days after this video, after I posted the Ask Me a Question video. So let's get down to the YouTube comments now. Let's pull it up really quick. Sorry, I don't even want to edit this video. I just want to give a straight up clip. I'll just do all these questions. First question comes from Sean Bryan. Who is your favorite NBA, NFL, and MLB team? NBA Bulls, NFL Cowboys, MLB. I don't really care about baseball, but the Chicago Cubs, even though as bad as they are, it's the Chicago Cubs. Next time I go to Vegas, I'm putting $100 down on the Chicago Cubs to win it in 2015, because in Back to the Future, if any of you guys have seen Back to the Future, the Cubs win it. They sweep. I think it was a sweep. I forgot the team, but the Cubs win the World Series in Back to the Future in the year 2015. So, yeah. Next question comes from Jack Fan. I might go to Comic-Con. Can you tell me if you go inside or will you have to... I might go to Comic-Con. Can you tell me if you go inside, will you have to pay? Well, there's booths, and I recommend not doing that because I recommend you buying it online. I think it's a few bucks cheaper, like $5 or $10 cheaper, and you don't got to wait in the line. And if you go to this, I mean, I don't know about other shows, but if you're going to the Chicago one, you got to get VIP because you're going to be waiting in a long line outside. So, yeah, thanks for the question so far, guys. Next one is from Tim Barcedo. Are you planning to go to any WrestleMania or at least any pay-per-view? WrestleMania 32, possibly. That's the plan. I've always wanted to go to Dallas. You know, should be fun. Strip clubs. No, I'm just kidding. I want to go to WrestleMania 32 just for the attendance record. That'd be cool. So yeah, thanks for the question, Tim. Next question comes in from Oscar Rodriguez. If you ever met Emma, can you tell her I said hi? I'll be sure to do so, Oscar. Next question comes from Rick Smith. When do you think The Rock is coming back? The Rock, I don't know, maybe 32 time, WrestleMania 32 time, who knows, maybe even 31 time. I don't know. And will you give me a shout out to promote my channel? Shout out to Rick Smith. Good guy. Next question comes from Degenerator 1999. Do you watch WWE films, WWE studios? Not really, to tell you the truth. Do you watch NASCAR? No, but I've been hearing all this stuff with Tony Stewart or something, like, hitting some guy by, I don't know if it was an accident. Yeah, I got no idea. I'm pretty sure it was an accident. Oscar Rodriguez asks, do you like IHOP? Yeah, why not? Jeff doesn't like it. I always tell him. I was telling him after the Raw we went to in September, I'm like, come on, let's go to this IHOP over here. It was like full of wrestling marks. Like this guy was like was wearing a championship belt inside the restaurant. I was like, come on, let's go in here. I can get some good footage. I can get some good day in life footage. But he's like, I don't want to go into no IHOP. So I do like IHOP, especially after. I'm sure I would really like it after wrestling events when there's all wrestling fans in there. That'd be kind of cool. Chris Patrick asks, do you play WWE Supercard? No. Reckless Youth 8 asks, top 3 favorite TV shows, Dexter, Breaking Bad, Tons of Anarchy. Would NWO have worked if Hall and Nash weren't ECW? I don't think so. Maybe, who knows? You never really know. I don't think it would have. Sebastian Barron asks, can you give me an elite Eddie Guerrero figure, please? And do you watch TV? I don't even have an elite Eddie Guerrero figure. And do I watch TV? Once a week I turn that on to watch Raw, or twice a week. Actually, yeah, 2 or 3 times a week I'll actually turn on my TV. I really don't even watch TV that much. TNA, WWE, that's it. Sometimes football. Pablo Dominguez asks, do you collect Blu-rays? Top 5 favorite actors? Blu-rays I don't really collect. Like I'll buy some stuff that I don't know, like if I'm gonna get it signed, which I really don't care about buying Blu-rays. Unless I was at like the pay-per-view or something, I'll buy the DVD or Blu-ray. And unless I like, I got the CM Punk Blu-ray, got the Edge Blu-ray, got Edge to sign that Blu-ray. CM Punk Blu-ray, I specifically bought it because we went to go see the movie with him, in the same theater, which was freaking awesome. What a memory. Wish I would have made a day in life video that day, but I wasn't even into making YouTube videos back then. Top 5 favorite actors, I'll give you my top 2. Bryan Cranston and Jim Carrey. Those are always just great actors. So Matt Paloni asks, what is your favorite day in the life video? WWE Raw or SmackDown? I'm gonna have to go with Raw because Raw is always way more fun than SmackDown, to tell you the truth. And I don't know if it's because it's live, but that's just how I feel about it. I always like Raw way more than SmackDown. Even if I'm sitting third row Raw compared to first row SmackDown, Raw is always way more fun. So thanks for the question. WTW Wrestling asks, what is your opinion on the CM Punk situation? Wrestling blogs with really good sources say he's returning. I'd like to hear your thoughts. CM Punk, knees to faces. I don't know. I went outside his house. I should have went knocking on his door. But a CM Punk situation, I don't think WWE cares for him, really. I'm sure Vince McMahon would take him back because they know he's money. Vince McMahon will take anyone back that's money. So the whole CM Punk situation, I think he'll come back. It's just going to take some time. If you could marry one diva / women's wrestler in all of WWF history, who would it be? Shaniqua? I'm just kidding. I just remember that tall diva, that tall black diva chick. She was good, but no, seriously though, Christy Hemme. But you know what? She's like pregnant now, so I don't even want to think about getting married to her. Who do you think should take the title from Brock Lesnar? Um, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. That'd be kind of cool, but I don't think so. It's probably going to be like Randy Orton. Demetrius Jones asks, "Who's hotter, Paige or Nikki Bella?" Uh, you know, I'll just go with Paige. I don't know. Every day it's someone different. They're both great looking chicks. Don't get me wrong. Who's your favorite NBA basketball player? Joakim Noah. I really like Noah. Okay, so Drake234 asks, "Do you find Rated RKO an underrated tag team?" No, they were good. I thought they were. I think they are a bit underrated, but they were a bit underrated, but it was good. It's always good to look back at those kind of tag teams. Those two guys, those two top guys that paired with each other, like it's just I don't know. I don't think they were underrated. I think they get a lot of credit. Carlos Madrid asks, are you a titties or ass guy or gay? All right. Well, I'm not gay, and I'm both. I don't know. Titties or ass guy? I don't. Both. When did you find out wrestling is fake? When did I find out wrestling is fake? I found out wrestling was fake when I was watching it, and actually I was like, I can't really remember, but it's so stupid. People always be like, I think I was like 6 or something, or 5 or 6, and somebody be like, this is fake, right? And I was just like, how is it fake? They're hitting each other with chairs. And it's just, I guess that's when I kind of realized when more than one person would start saying, oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Jack Fan asks, do you think CM Punk will return, and your thoughts on the 2014 Brazil World Cup? I think CM Punk will return. It's just going to take some time. 2014 Brazil World Cup, I wish I would have went to Brazil. Looked crazy there. And I mean, I don't really watch soccer, but I would love to go to a World Cup. And to tell you the truth, I can't even tell you who won it. Germany won it, I think. I don't even tell you. I can't even say who won it. I think it was Germany. Okay, let's see. Daniel Adikin. I'm sorry if I botched your name. I'm sure I botched like 80% of these names. Daniel Adnikin asks, have you ever met the Motor City Machine Guns or Consequences Creed Tatanka? Neither one of them. I haven't met any of them. Trey Guest 4 asks, if you had a wrestling company, you could pick 6 superstars or wrestlers ever and 2 divas to build their company, who would it be? Okay, I'll tell you 2 wrestlers and 1 diva. 2 wrestlers, I would pick first. I'm gonna go with Dean Ambrose. He's a current top guy, and Ziggler. And 1 diva, I'll pick. Let's see, probably Paige or something, since she's so on top right now. Definitely not AJ Lee. It'd be Paige. And what are your Super Bowl predictions for this season? I really wish I would have put $100 down on the Dallas Cowboys, because I think their odds were horrible. Now they're like one of the top favorites to win it. I think they're 3rd. So I think the Cowboys, it's going to be like the Cowboys, Broncos, Cowboys or Broncos. Rainbow Rabbit asks, when are we going to hang out? There's my question. When I see you at Comic-Con again, or something, or any show. So thanks for the question, guys. Wrestling 69 God asks, do you think Kurt Angle will ever be a WWE guy again? I think so. I think Kurt Angle will, he's destined to sign a WWE contract. He'll have to go into the Hall of Fame eventually. What is your occupation? Right now I'm working a couple days a week at a gas station. And people always ask me, like, dude, how do you got all this money to go to these wrestling events? Well, it's because I don't have bills to pay. I don't got to pay water bills. I don't got to pay no electricity bills. So there you go. Just save my money. I don't spend my money, to tell you the truth. I really don't spend my money. I work like on the weekends. I don't spend money. And unless I go to Vegas, unless I go to wrestling events, that's what I spend my money on. So, yeah. Aiden Superfan asks, who do you think should have beat the streak from all those that have failed? I think CM Punk should have beat that streak. CM Punk was on top. He went, he just went straight to the top. He was right at the top. I think it should have been CM Punk that broke that streak. Not Brock Lesnar. It should have been CM Punk. And we all know it should have been CM Punk. Vortex23 asks, what are your comments on if Paige... Okay, this is just a troll question. Let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy, what is your favorite WWE title ever? My favorite WWE title ever has to be the Hardcore Championship. Just being being defended 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just backstage during Raw segments. Those were always the most entertaining. Hardcore Championship was so damn entertaining. And how was being a vegan for 5 hours like? Yeah, I was like, I told myself, I'm like, I'm gonna be a vegan for like 3, 4 days, whatever. And I only lasted 5 hours. AJ Heine asks, what WWE pay per view events have you been to? Um, Pay-per-view event I've been to, Hell or Night of Champions 2010, Payback 2014. Believe it or not, only those two. How long have you been friends with Jeff? Since I want to say when I moved here, because we live in the same neighborhood. I want to say since third grade, since I was 8, and I'm 21 now, so it's been a really long time. Pancho619 GTS asks, what do you think about Rey Mysterio? I think he should retire. I mean, he's had a great run, but I think it's time for him to hang up the boots. What is your favorite match in WWE? John Cena versus CM Punk Money in the Bank 2011. That's one of the events I just regret not going to. Really sucked. I met Sheamus early that morning. I pulled like an all-nighter when meeting Sheamus at like a Kmart with Jeff, and I went home. I took a nap. It was like 5 o'clock. We live about 45 minutes away from the arena. Couldn't find tickets. Said screw it. We're watching it at his house. Okay, let's see. Jonathan Boulot asks, is Comic-Con VIP pass truly a great value? Is it worth the money? It depends. If you really want to meet somebody, it is. But spending like $500 to meet a bunch of wrestlers, it kind of isn't, because I don't know. It's a lot of money. It really is a lot of money. It is if you really want to meet someone. I'll tell you that right now. And he says, I'm trying to go to New Orleans Comic Con in January, but they usually have one diva instead of a Chicago lineup. Why is that? Because the Chicago Comic Con is the biggest Comic Con out of all the Comic Cons. They always have the most like guests there because it always draws the most. I guess it's more popular than New Orleans, believe it or not. It really is, because you got people driving up from Green Bay, Indiana, Indianapolis, just all driving to Chicago for that Comic Con, or flying in, believe it or not. And Kennokevin the Superstar, would you like the Doctor of Thugonomics back? No, I don't think that'd be a good gimmick for John Cena to have back. I think he should do something different. And have you seen my YouTube videos? Of course I have. Saw animations. How long have you known Jeff? Since I was 8 years old. I'm 21 now. Matt or Jeff Hardy? I've always been a Matt Hardy guy, believe it or not. Deleted account asks, who was the most nice WWE superstar or diva you have ever met? So who was the nicest WWE superstar I've ever met? I want to say, let's see, maybe Ryback. I don't know. Ryback's up there. Ryback, Cena was cool. I guess it's just because they knew we were charity winners. They knew we pretty much donated. So I guess they're all really cool to us. But I want to say Ryback was really cool. He's definitely up there. I don't know if I can say he's number one, but one person that comes to mind is Ryback. Also Sheamus. So Ryback, Sheamus, really cool. And Diva, I would go with Divas. Like they're all like, they all just seem the same to me. They're all nice, but one that sticks out, I don't know. Maybe Melina. Melina was really cool, actually. And okay, Munib Ghani asks, what are you going to school for? I was going to school for business, but I'm not going to school right now. I've just been working part-time. Who's better, CM Punk or Daniel Bryan? I'm more of a CM Punk guy, believe it or not. I remember I got so mad going backstage at Payback, and it was me, Jeff, and the other two people that won the charity auction, and Daniel Bryan was sitting there signing the WrestleMania 30 plaques, and he couldn't even get up to say what's up. Brie Bella was right behind him. She said what's up, but Daniel Bryan just sat there, kept signing. didn't get up to say what's up. He wasn't. It's not like he was booked for a match or anything that night. I think he just had a segment with Stephanie McMahon, and that just got me kind of mad. But I still think Daniel Bryan's great. I still great wrestler and everything, but remember that night I just got kind of pissed. We got kind of pissed. I think those other two people got pissed too. Daniel, he was just sitting there signing away, couldn't get up to say what's up when there was still like a few hours before the show. But I don't care. Jonathan, or let's see. Oh, Team Rai asks, what WWE pay-per-view do you think will be coming to Chicago in 2015? I wish it was the Royal Rumble, but it's not going to be. Hope to see a SummerSlam one day. But pay-per-view, I hope it's Money in the Bank. I hope Money in the Bank comes back here. That'd be great. Do you play any video games? No. I mean, I play like Counter-Strike. I used to play World of Warcraft a lot. But currently I like play Counter-Strike here and there. On the PC, at least. And Jonathan Samaglio, I met him at the Raw. Cool dude. Dream match, past or present wrestlers. I'd like to see CM Punk for Stone Cold Steve Austin. That'd be great. Best family vacation. Best family vacation was when went to LA or Vegas. I actually went to LA, and one of my aunt that likes gambling a lot, I was able to convince her to rent a car. We went to Vegas, and on our way, everyone was like squished in the back. Everyone was just completely, all my cousins and stuff were completely squished in the back. We had like, this was like a huge car. I could feel like it was supposed to be for like 10 people, but we had like 12 or 13, and so everyone was squished, and we were in the front, both in the front. My aunt was driving, I was sitting in the passenger seat. We were just so comfortable, and we're coming back. We go from LA to Vegas because we were in LA for a week, and there was like nothing to do. Like day 3 or 4, there was like nothing to do. So we're like, let's just go to Vegas for 2 days or something. Actually, I think we went there for 1 or 2 days. We went to Vegas. And on our way back, they're like, hey, Kevin, put it in your GPS how to get back to our hotel in LA. So what I did was I put in the Back to the Future house location. I don't know if you guys ever, the movie Back to the Future, Marty McFly's house. It's an actual house since people actually live there. I put in the house address as the destination, and it's like 30 or 40 minutes out of the way. Everyone was pissed. When I told them, when we were like just stuck in traffic, I was like, we're not, they were like, how long? And I was like, we're not going to the hotel, we're going to the Back to the Future house. Everyone was completely pissed because everyone was squished and we were just so comfortable in the front. We ended up getting there, got out of the car, wanted to get a picture in front of the house, and all I hear is when I get out of the car to get a picture, the door slams, for the house door slams. I hear the dogs barking and they close their lights. I was just like, what the hell? What did they think I was going to go up there and knock on their door and say, can I come get a house tour or something? Just wanted a picture in front of the house. But anyways, I got my picture in front of the house. I think I have it on Facebook or something. If you add me on Facebook, you'll see it on there. But yeah, nobody else got out of the car. They were all pissed, which I think was stupid on their part. Why would you not want a picture in front of the Back to the Future house? Maybe it's just I like that movie way too much. That's my favorite movie. So that's my best family vacation. And on top of that, I was just coming back from Vegas. Sean Bryan, Apple or Samsung? Apple. You got an extra iPhone, I got to return one of them. And PS4 or Xbox. I got a PS3 sitting in my closet. I think I bought it and played it twice. Mike Hunt asks, when you were backstage at Payback, did you see any superstars? Come on. That's a little inappropriate. And his next question is, do you still live with your mama? Yeah, I still live with my mama. And yeah, I get to go to all these events because of that. 21 years old, and I don't plan to move out until I'm like 25, 26. Why not? I'll save my money. I'm not gonna move out, be in debt. I'd rather be living good, going on vacations, doing all this stuff than living in a small apartment, having no money. That's just stupid. And Jeff feels the same exact way. Me and Jeff were like, we'll be living good till we have like a really good paying job or something. Then we'll move out, live on our own, so that we could be doing all these stuff, so like going to all these events and whatnot. So yeah, and he just tries to attack. Let's see. I'm not a person to bring up. Okay. He says keep up the good work and stuff, but I don't really notice anything move with my mouth. He says there's something something wrong with my lip or something. I don't know. I don't. The thing about making YouTube videos is you're gonna get criticized so much, whether it's your weight, way you look, glasses, anything. You just gotta learn to avoid it because for every one troll comment, there's just 50 great comments of people enjoying the video, people from different countries, just So trolls really don't bother me. It's something that's I really don't care. I can ignore stuff so good. Like I just don't even care a lot of times because you know what? When I read a troll comment, I also see a bunch of good comments, and those good comments, one good comment will kill 100 troll comments to me. That's just how I feel about it. So yeah. Christopher Solis asks, how many wrestling shirts do you have? I know I've said I was gonna make a video of my wrestling closet or wrestling shirts at least. It's not really a wrestling closet. My wrestling shirts, but I haven't. I will soon. And my favorite wrestling shirt would possibly be what is that? The CM Punk Fist shirt. That's always been one of my favorite shirts. And my least favorite, I don't know. I would have to look through that. So that'll be something for the video. How many wrestlers have you met total? I can't really count. I know it's over 10. It's easily over 10. And thanks for the question, Chris. Prob Rana asks, can you please give away WWE figures? I'm doing it. I did a contest for it. So you asked this question probably before the giveaway when I announced the giveaway. And he also asked, what was your first ever favorite wrestler's name? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Definitely. Chris Cotto asks, of all the top indie WWE has signed in the last few months, who are you most excited to see debuted on the main roster? Probably Kevin Steen. Who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals? I want to say the Bulls. Armin Torres, are you going to make a giveaway or a contest? I did. So yeah, some of these questions were before the contest video. Byron White asks, are you going to be at Hell in a Cell? No. And, I'm glad I didn't win that Hell in a Cell auction. I'm glad I won the payback auction instead. But we were still planning on possibly going to Hell in a Cell in Dallas, which would have been really cool. But things change. And he says, how do you get floor seats? Like, what is a legit website? Go to StubHub like an hour before the show. If you're really close to the arena, ticket prices will just drop. They will completely drop. And buy them off StubHub. That's what we did. And have you seen my shoe unboxing? I think I have. I'll add it to my watch later. I'll check it out. And lastly, watch my WWE videos. Sure, I'll check them out. So thanks for the questions, Byron. New Clan asks, will you buy WWE 2K15? Probably not. I bought WWE 13 just because CM Punk was on the cover and just because I wanted to do an unboxing because it was like right when I was starting YouTube videos and I'd never even played it. I didn't play it once. My PS3 didn't play. I played the PS3 like twice, like some car game, and I never played it again. And who's my favorite wrestler? Currently, been liking Cesaro, but let's see. Currently, I want to say Ziggler, Cesaro, Bo Dallas. Toss up between those three. King Kwon Do, cool dude from Australia, I believe. Do you really think WWE has done a good job booking Brock Lesnar, the streak, SummerSlam, Night of Champions, and the build-up for those matches? Do you think they did a good job? Was it smart to put the strap on Brock Lesnar knowing his limited appearances? I think WWE needs like major star power. If they put the strap, what I would have liked to seen was if you put the strap on Lesnar, have him show up more, like at least 2 times a month, something like that. I don't know, but it's up to them. It's their company. They can do whatever they want. And having the title, like, what I don't understand is, like, what the hell is Brock Lesnar doing? I understand when The Rock was champion. The Rock has movies and stuff. But Lesnar is, like, not even a movie star. What is he doing? Just sitting in his ranch in Minnesota, wherever the hell he lives? So, thanks for the question. Ian Stover asks, who is your top WWE wrestler, and what is your favorite food? My top, I want to go with, like I said, Ziggler, Cesaro, Bodell. Let's just toss up. I can't pick one of those. Favorite food? Gonna go with a burger and fries. To tell you the truth, I'd rather have a burger and fries over a steak any day of the week. Miss WWE Fan 13. If you can bring back one wrestler from the dead, who would it be? Maybe. Uh, that's a hard one. Andre the Giant. That'd be kind of cool to meet that guy. Anthony Trejo asks, "Do you have a girlfriend? If you do, are you planning on showing us?" I don't have a girlfriend. I don't really care to have one at the moment. I wouldn't be able to go to Vegas and have as much fun if I did. So I don't plan on having one for another couple of years. And what's your favorite wrestling match? CM Punk, John Cena, Money in the Bank 2011. Can't beat that. In my opinion. My opinion for a match I remember really good. That's my favorite match. Okay. Rick Smith asks, when do you think Rock's coming back? Oh, I think he asked this earlier. I think WrestleMania maybe 31, 32. And keep the scruffy face, you look better. Hashtag quit shaving. I honestly, I should have shaved today because it would like I just get so irritated not shaving. I gotta shave like at least twice a week, otherwise my skin gets really irritated. So that's why I always try to have like a clean cut. I should be shaving like every other day, just have a completely clean cut, but I shave about twice a week. I just haven't shaved yet. How do you get or MIA X Heat 136 asks, how do you get tickets last minute and how much do they cost? It all depends. These last ones we got for Raw, I think were like 130, row 3. You just gotta wait till like the last hour. Ticket prices will drop. So yeah, that's the secret. Mr. Hardy 457 asks, favorite theme song of all time? Stone Cold Steve Austin song. Favorite TV show of all time? It's your profile picture. Walter White, Breaking Bad. I freaking love that show. We got a situation. GTL. Josh. What up, Josh? If you could go back in time and meet one wrestler that has passed away, who would it be? If I could go back in time and meet one wrestler who has passed away, Andre the Giant. It'd be kind of cool having a photo op with him. Pancakes or waffles? More of a pancakes guy. And were we ball responded with, I would do Eddie or Owen to that. Who would you meet if somebody died, like a wrestler that died? Luis Vasquez asks, how many wrestlers have you met in the past year? I can't even, to tell you the truth, I can't even count. It's been a lot because I've done the TNA fan interaction, or the TNA pre-show interaction, the WWE backstage tour. So it's been a good amount. Who was your favorite NBA player? Joakim Noah. Cameron, sorry, I'm about to botch your name so bad. Cameron Gudrai. Tell me if I said that right. Just type it how I should have said that. Even if it was already over on TNA, even if it already over on TNA, who did you want to see? Who did you want to the 3 tag team matches on TNA? Hardys, Wolves, Dudleys. Do you think Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt will ever tag together since they're brothers? I think that's what you meant to say. Since they're brothers. That'd be kind of cool, but who knows? Anything's possible in WWE. Magic SM asks, what is the best wrestling match you have seen live? Best wrestling match I've seen live that really sticks out to me was Undertaker vs. Kane. It might not have been the best wrestling match, but just something, my favorite one, probably Undertaker vs. Kane, Night of Champions 2010, which is really cool. Or John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt at Payback. That was a freaking great match. And what was your biggest win / loss you had in one spin on roulette in Vegas? When I was going to Vegas, I was like, I'm going to play some roulette. I got there, I think I lost like $200 like the first couple hours on roulette, like just not even playing that much, just walking around Vegas, sitting down at a table, $100, losing the $100 in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, which really sucked. And I was just like, you know what, forget roulette. Roulette sucks. It's all about luck. Any gambling's luck, but just roulette seems it's like never in your favor. You go play blackjack, it seems more of like a 50-50 type game. So blackjack was freaking awesome. Me and two of my other cousins went to the Bellagio buffet. After the Bellagio buffet, we're walking around. I'm like, let's go three ways. I told him like, let's do a three-way. Let's do like 200 or 300 each. We'll have my cousin Lance sit down at a table, have him play, betting $100 per, per hand, and let's try to build it up to like $3,000. So we each get $1,000. And what happens is Lance sits down with $900. Lance puts in 300. My cousin Danny puts in 300. I put in 300. So me and Danny are watching Lance sit at the blackjack table. It's just him and the dealer at the Bellagio. He's going back and forth. He's winning. He's getting up to 1,000. He's getting down to like 700. Up to 1,000, down to 700. And I'm like, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I started walking to the bathroom. Bathroom's like a 5-minute walk there, 5-minute walk back. So it's been about 10, 15 minutes. I'm walking back. I see the pit boss, which is the person who moderates all the tables, make sure everything's good. He's pretty much like the security, overviews all the tables. Pit boss is at our table. And I'm like, oh, that's never good, or it's never good when a pit boss is at your table. Something big happened. I was like, I hope nothing bad happened. I get to the table, and we sat down with $900 chips, and it was built. It was built when I got back. He was up to like $4,000. I was like, holy shit. So he managed to get that 4,000 up to 6,000, and it was just a good feeling. We wanted to cash out at 3,000. He got it up to 6,000. So that was good. And I know when we finished it, we had I think it was like 6,300, something like that. So he took $300. He put it on the second 12 numbers. You can do the first 12, second 12, third 12 on roulette. He bet on the second 12 numbers $300, and if we would have hit that, we would have won $600. The number that comes in is 12. So if it would have been 13 or 13 to like 25, something like that, we would have won. Freaking, what's it called? 600 more bucks. But Vegas was fun. And let's see. Demetrius Jones asks, who would you date, Paige or Nikki Bella? Favorite basketball team? Paige. Favorite basketball team? Bulls, easily. Big Ben asks, who is your favorite wrestler to see in person? Who was your favorite wrestler? I think that's what you meant. Who was your favorite wrestler to see in person? Cena, but wrestler to see, I don't know. It's John Cena, because it's like, you see him on TV every week. He's a top guy of the company. But I'd probably say Cena or Punk. Are you mad about Carmelo Anthony not going to the Bulls? No, because Carmelo Anthony can go sit with his money in New York and not win any championships. Who are your top 3 wrestlers of all time? Stone Cold Steve Austin, CM Punk, and I'll leave it at those 2 right now because I don't want to say a third. And he says mine are HBK, Eddie Guerrero, and Kurt Angle. WWE Pro 2000 asks, you have the option to change any 5 moments in WWE history. I'll just tell you one moment. One moment I'd like to change was freaking. I was so fascinated with the whole Vince McMahon limousine blowing up. I wish they would have sometime did that before Chris Benoit died, or somehow had that storyline before he passed away, or before he killed himself and killed his family. So that was a shame. That was a story I was really looking forward to, believe it or not, because I was a little kid. I remember I was just so bummed out that storyline ended. Not only that it ended, but that Chris Benoit was dead. Do you play any video games? If so, are you looking forward to WWE 2K15? I don't play any PS3 or anything. I might eventually. Joseph Hatcher asks, who is your favorite WWE mid-carder? Is Ziggler considered a mid-carder? Because it'd be Ziggler or Cesaro. Who is your favorite superhero? I'm going to go with Spider-Man. Cool Squirrel asks, what superstars do you think will show up at the Royal Rumble? Let's see. Should have been Jake the Snake last time, but I don't know. I like to see Kurt Angle or someone return. That'd be kind of cool. What is your favorite movie? Back to the Future trilogy. Love Back to the Future movies. My favorite. Tyler Madden asks, nicest and meaner wrestlers you have ever met. Nice, Ryback, Sheamus, Cena. Meaner wrestlers, like I don't really consider him mean, still cool, but let's see, I would go with CM Punk is just like he is. I'm not gonna say he wasn't mean, but like more of like he'll say whatever's on his mind. I remember asking CM Punk, I was like, we were in the photo op room. It was 2 years ago, yeah, Comic Con 2012, and I was like, hey Punk, I whispered to him like, you think I can hold a title for the picture? And then he whispers back to me, and he's sitting on a chair too. He's the only person, him and AJ are the only people that sit in chairs for photo ops at Comic Con. When people pay like $200, $300 to meet them, they're the only two people that sit in chairs at Comic Con, which I don't understand because the only person that sits in a chair that's not like them, that's not wrestler related, is Stan Lee, and the guy's like 90 something years old. He has to sit in a chair. You got people like CM Punk and AJ Lee sitting in a chair, which really got me mad because you should be standing. We're paying good money. At least stand for the picture. It's not like you can't stand for an hour and a half, an hour. Not really that bad, but I don't really care. So CM Punk, I would go with CM Punk as sort of the meaner wrestlers. Not mean, but like, I'll joke around with him, whatever. So when I told him, I'm like, can I hold that title for the picture? He whispers back to me, he's like, if I let you hold the title, everyone else is going to start asking to hold the title too. And what I don't understand is you got people like Cena doing Comic-Con. Hold the title. Here, you want to hold my title? Go ahead. You want to hold my title for the picture? Here you go. So that just goes to show you. Okay, let's see. And what do you do for a job? Like I said, part-time, gas station, a couple days a week. And people always say, where do you get your money? I don't got bills to pay. Warrior 101 asks, do you like Ultimate Warrior? Major respect for the guy. Rest in peace. Connor Yuichi asks, I know I just botched your name, I'm sorry. Do you watch Japanese wrestling and indie wrestling, and do you like hockey? I don't watch Japanese wrestling, I don't watch indie wrestling, and I don't watch hockey. I want to get into indie wrestling, but probably I want to try to. I went to last Raw I went to. Some guy told me about an indie wrestling show. It was kind of cool because he was like, "You got my question on one of the day in life." So I guess I filmed him on the day in life. He was in the video, and he was telling me I should go to this independent show that's like 30 minutes away from here. So I should definitely check that out soon. It's kind of cool meeting him. Jays12341 asks, when is the last time you got any pussy? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Jaden, go watch my Vegas video. Jaden Looknoth asks, I like your videos, and who is your favorite wrestler and nicest wrestler you met? Like I said earlier, it's, toss up. Favorite wrestlers a toss up between Ziggler, Cesaro, and Bo Dallas at the moment. I would change it up. Nicest wrestler I met, I'll go with like Sheamus, Ryback, something like that. What's KE Gaming asks, what's the best WWE pay-per-view this year so far in your opinion? Other than WrestleMania, SummerSlam. Who's your current favorite, or not, sorry, what the hell am I saying? Payback. Who's your current favorite Marvel superhero? I hope I don't get this wrong, but Spider-Man? Actually, yeah, Spider-Man, because he's part of Marvel. So thanks for the question. COD Carnage Gaming Channel asks, can you do a ticket giveaway? Whoever wins goes to a WWE show with you. I don't think I would ever do that because it'd be too much of a. I always wait last minute to get my tickets, so like I wouldn't be able to do that unless I got my tickets way ahead of time. If I had like an extra ticket or something, that'd be kind of cool to do, but I don't think that'd ever work out because not many, like a lot of people watch my video that live around here, but not many do, so it would be kind of hard. Who would you rather, or let's see, so thanks for the question. Berto 007071,000. What's up, Rob? Who do you think is the most underrated WWE superstar? The most underrated WWE superstar. Gonna go with Cesaro. All right, or the most underrated WWE superstar. Like right now, I think Cesaro is sort of underrated. They're not using him to his fullest potential, so I'm gonna go with Cesaro. Would you rather master every sport or master every instrument? I'd rather master every sport because then you can make the moolah. Maverick Punk asks, we all know you like Bo Dallas because of his gimmick, but who's your favorite wrestler, mic skills and in-ring wise? CM Punk, but he's not there right now. Wire Miyu Kearney asks, do you watch ROH and the NJPW and PWG? And I don't watch any one of them. I should. I should start watching. I know a lot of people always talk about them on Twitter, and I'm always like just confused. And what's your favorite wrestling company? I like WWE and TNA. I'm not gonna pick a favorite wrestling company. I like watching wrestling. If wrestling's on TV, I'll have it on. So it's always entertaining to watch it on TV. WWE vs TNA 42 asks, do you want the United States Intercontinental title to be combined? I don't really care for it. They really don't even. They're not like how they used to be. I'd like them to bring back the hardcore title. That'd be awesome, but I don't see that happening. Joey Beans asks, what was your favorite wrestling experience? Favorite wrestling experience? Payback going backstage, getting that tour, just so surreal. It was awesome. And favorite club in Vegas? I know I saw you go to XS. That was my favorite one there. I freaking loved XS. That was fun. So fun. So I'm glad I got to see that video of you at XS as well. And I know you guys had a good time. So thanks for the question, man. Tobias Drama asks, I changed my name because of last minute. Alright, so Tobias Drama asks, I changed my name because last time you completely botched it. If you do it this time, I got you on my list. Question number 1, what's your favorite soccer team / favorite soccer player? I'm just gonna say like Messi, and I'm gonna go with Germany, or I don't watch soccer that much. I should, and soccer is always like a cool, entertaining sport. I know during the World Cup it was all over, most popular sport in the world. And would you prefer being a face or heel? Heel, it's always kind of cool, pissing people off. Ultimate Gamer F Dan asks, were you ever shy when meeting a superstar that you messed up big time? Yeah, when I was meeting Shawn Michaels, I was like so nervous, and I was holding a belt, camera, I was trying to I don't know, it was a complete mess. That signing was so bad, and he was just like nervous. I was because I guess I just showed it that bad that he actually said, "You nervous?" So I remember that signing. It was all right, and the signing was just set up so bad. And he says Xbox One or PS4. I'd buy PS4 if I was getting one of them. What is your favorite WWE title of all time? My favorite WWE title of all time is the Hardcore Championship. Would you kiss John Cena for 100 grand? Yeah, I would. I would kiss him for 100 grand, and then I'd go to Vegas and just buy everyone in the club drinks. Go to the strip clubs in Vegas, and then that'll make up for that stupid kiss because I got 100 grand for it. And then I come back and I get in our backstage WWE tour. So Big Fluff Dirty Bum asks, you have to sack 2 WWE wrestlers. Who would it be and why? Sack? Like you mean like tackle sack? Hornswoggle and the Great Khali. WWE is rather poor at the minute. What would you do to liven it up? Bring back the hardcore title. I like to see kind of more edgy. I know it's never going to be like TV. I'll never say, I shouldn't say never, but I like to see the hardcore title back. I'm really a big fan of that hardcore title. I know I mentioned it a lot in this video. Tom Andrew asks, what is your greatest wrestling memory? Going backstage, getting a backstage tour, definitely. And what do you do for work? I work part-time right now at a gas station. People say, how do you get your money? I don't got to pay bills. I just save my money. I work on the weekends and whatnot. So yeah, thanks for the question, Tom. Geo Benavides. Sorry, dude. What do you think about Adam Rose? What do you think about Adam Rose? I thought Adam Rose was gonna be a lot better than he is right now, but it just seems like the gimmick is a complete joke. So don't really think much of it. What's your nationality or your parents' nationality? I'm curious as to where the name Lazar comes from. Well, my parents are both Assyrian. They're from Syria. I know Sami Zayn, his parents are, I don't know if both of his parents are from Syria or one of them, but Sami Zayn is Syrian, which is different. I guess, well, Syrian is Muslim, Assyrian is Christian. I'm Assyrian, I'm Christian. And yeah, I'm 100%. So that's kind of cool that his parents come from the same country. My parents are both born there. I was born here. So yeah, Assyrian. And Jose Aguilera asks your favorite WWE Elite action figure. Well, it's that Undertaker one or that Dolph Ziggler one because frankly that's the only one I have. And let's see. WWE Vids asks, are you coming to Washington D.C. Auto Show to meet all the wrestlers? I don't think so. That's too far. Can you give WWE Vids a shout out? Also check out my channel. I'll definitely check out your channel. I'll open it up in a different tab right now. And yeah, WWE Vids shout out. There you go. Okay. Chase Phelps asks, what is your favorite wrestling moment? CM Punk walking out with the title, that was kind of cool. Something I really liked. Just a great show. I wish I would have been there, like I said. Do you like waffles? Hell yeah. PC4, P4C, M4N 1111 asks, favorite NFL team? Dallas Cowboys. And do you collect WWE figures? If so, can you show your collection? I don't collect figures. What I have is what I'm pretty much giving away. Robert Kagran asks top 3 favorite players for FIFA. I can only tell you one, Messi, man. Messi, and I can't even tell you anymore. I know it's sad. I just don't watch. I don't watch soccer. Let's see. James Cahill, do you get paid for your videos? I put ads on some videos, like just random videos, like of me sitting like right in front of the computer. Day in life videos, I don't put ads on. I don't put ads on that much on videos, and people think that you make a lot of money on YouTube. You don't make anything unless you're getting millions of views. Then you're making something, but you don't really make anything. Christian Sanchez asks, favorite WWE finisher. Favorite WWE finisher would probably be Cesaro's finisher. I freaking love that move. The neutralizer. Favorite soccer team. I'm just gonna say Germany. I know a lot of people like Brazil, Germany. I always hear about Brazil, Germany, but I'm gonna just say Germany. Minimi WWE Rocks asks, are you planning to go to Hell in a Cell this year? No. What is your favorite video game to play as a kid? I think it was like No Mercy, WWF No Mercy, or SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. Those were freaking fun. WWE OJ Figures asks, when will Rollins cash in? When will Rollins cash in? WrestleMania maybe? Who knows? SXC underscore chick underscore 1S. How old were you when you started watching wrestling? I think I was like 4. Are you a fan of video games? If so, do you own a console? I got PS3 in my closet. I don't really play many console video games. I play like Counter-Strike and stuff, and that's about it. I used to play World of Warcraft on the computer a lot, but not anymore. So thanks for the question. WWE RVD fan 678 Customs asks, do you watch Grimm's Toy Show? Yeah, he's funny as hell. It's so funny what he does in the stores. Who is your favorite wrestler? My favorite wrestler, so toss up Bo Dallas, Cesaro, Ziggler at the moment. And what's your favorite sport? What's your favorite sport and NBA team? I like basketball and like Bulls. Isle Peshowers asks, what do you think of the WWE mid-card titles? I think they should be built more. Like just they don't seem like as good as they used to be back in the day. And do you often realize you live in one of the coolest cities in the world? No, I really I really don't because it gets so damn cold here. I sometimes wish I didn't live here. It's cool because all the wrestling events are here, but the weather here sucks. It really does. I burned my hands last year. Believe it or not, I had second-degree burns. I almost completely. Long story. I almost burned my hands last year from the cold. It was like -6 degrees outside. I put my hands on something for like 5 minutes. Second-degree burns. Doctor told me I almost would have had my freaking fingers cut off. So the weather here sucks. And, it's already cold as hell here now. And special question: did you lose weight? Looked in or no? I think I put on weight. I gotta get back into the gym over here. I was going to the gym for a while, but I just fell off. So thanks for the question. Rick Below asks, my conservative friend, do you think that the TNA will ever rise to the success WWE has? I don't think that that'll ever happen because WWE's just been around for so long, and it's just when they had its boom. That's when everyone knew about WWE. And that's why everyone still knows what the WWE is, what WWF is. You ask a lot of people, they won't know what TNA is. So that's why I think TNA will never get up to WWE level. TNA can be successful, but never WWE level with fame. Do you think that the Republicans will take the Senate in the 2014 midterm election this year? I hope so, because the Democrats are not doing any good. I'm so sick of these Pat Quinn governor over here, especially. Hopefully the governor, I'm hoping Pat Quinn loses this governor race. We need Ronner in. So I'm definitely going to be voting Republican this term. Hopefully we can get Pat Quinn out of office. And as for the Senate, I hope the Republicans take over. So thanks for the question. JJ Durant 77 asks, do you like NBA? Yeah. How long have you been a WWE fan? Since I was like 4 years old. Maybe 3. Pax Carnage asks, how did you become friends with Jeff? JJ Lunkin out here, also known as Jeff. When I moved here, there was houses being built. We used to ride our bikes, going to the houses. His brother, my cousins, we used to all just like ride our bikes, go into these houses that were like half built, just mess around in there all the time. It was always fun. Ride our four. I used to ride with the 4-wheelers on them. 4-wheelers with them. I live right next to my house. Used to be all cornfields. Now it's houses, but right across the street from my neighborhood, it's all cornfields. So it's kind of cool. I live in a quiet area. I live about 35, 40 minutes from Chicago. And I like it like this too because I would want to live in the city. Because if you live in the city, you got to park on the street, which is completely stupid. I got a big driveway over here. Don't got to ever worry about, it's a mess. I'll tell you right now. If you live in the city, and unless you got a sick condo like CM Punk, or you got like a lot of money living in a condo where you park in a garage, you're not gonna like living in the city. Just will not like that. So yeah, I've known Jeff since I was like 8 years old, and I'm 21 now. So we're both 21 now. We're the same age. Went to school together and everything. Mr. Hollywood 52485 asks, I will ask 2 non-wrestling questions to make it easier for you. One, what's the one movie you can watch a lot? And question number 2, who is the one famous person you want to meet? I want to meet Vince McMahon really bad, believe it or not. And Back to the Future, definitely. So thanks for the question. Let's see. MX Assassin MX asks, what are some superstars that you haven't met that you really want to meet? And let's see. What are some superstars you haven't met that you really want to meet? I'm going to go with, Stone Cold, Undertaker, The Rock. And do you think you'll ever lose your virginity? LOL. Go watch my Vegas video. Blake Hosta asks, do you like Brock Lesnar, and who is your favorite NFL team? I like Lesnar, but I think he should be on the programming a lot more than he is. And my favorite NFL team is Dallas Cowboys. Teddy3265 asks, are you excited for NHL returning, and who is your favorite NHL team? To tell you the truth, I hate hockey. No, I don't hate hockey. I don't really mind hockey. But if I had to root for a team, probably be the Blackhawks. But I really don't care for hockey. I've been more of a basketball, football guy. I don't really care for hockey or baseball. Junior Rocks 2012 asks, what is your favorite WWE DVD? It's probably the CM Punk Blu-ray documentary. That was good. Josh 212121 asks, if we could wrestle anyone at the main event of WrestleMania 31, who would it be? Sheamus, because I called him out and he never responded. And would you be coming in as a champ, or who would you want to win the belt at Mania? And would you be coming in as a champ, or would you want to win the belt? I would be coming in a champ against Sheamus, and I'd be living as a champ. If that's what you meant. Do you think WWE would ever do a Money in the Bank cash in at WrestleMania? I hope so. With Seth Rollins, that'd be kind of cool. So thanks for the question, Josh. Gabriel Carrasco, if you ever meet the Undertaker, what would you tell him and get signed? To tell you the truth, I'd probably make a video and ask you guys what I should ask him. If Sting were ever to make a surprise appearance in front of Brock Lesnar, do you think it'd be good for business if Punk were to return and crash Sting's return? That'd be kind of cool. I don't see Sting have feuding with Lesnar. I see Sting feuding with Wyatt. I keep hearing about that, so that kind of makes me think that might happen. If Punk were to return and crash Sting's return, that'd be kind of cool. Punk and Sting, but don't see that happening. Simply the Best asks, from your Vegas vlogs, I saw you were a big player and get all the girls and very confident. How do you do it and why so confident? Dude, you're at the clubs and it's like full of people. Half the people are you're like drunk. It's the truth. You're pretty much everyone there's drinking pretty much, and you got people from all over on vacation wanting to have a good time. So everyone's just really chill. You got to be there to. Ain't right. I saw you smack some ass. No, you gotta be there. And once you're drinking, everyone's drinking. You're having a good time. You're talking about the dumbest things. It's just a good time. I think a girl told me when I was there. She was just like, I don't know why she told me this. She was like to me, I have anxiety issues. I'm like, really? I'm like, don't worry, because I get nervous sometimes too. I always get sweaty hands, which I do. I always get sweaty hands. And she's like, no, I get bad anxiety issues. I'm like, well, just relax. You're on vacation. She's like, and then she proceeds to tell me, like, I wanted to hear this. She's like, I puked 3 times before I came to Vegas this morning because I was so nervous about, the trip. And I guess she was from California, so she just drove out there. And I was just like, I don't want to hear that. I like thinking to myself, I don't want to hear this, but I'm a nice person. I will never be mean to anyone unless they're mean to someone else, rude to someone else, and I'm a nice guy. That's all I can say. I want to be treated like I want to treat people like the way I want to be treated. Now that's nicely, but if I see someone else treating someone else badly, I always hate that. I always hate seeing people being treated badly, people being looked down upon, and that's something I hate. So Jason Hamilton asks, how many wrestlers have you met? And how old are you? I've met dozens of wrestlers, man, and I'm 21 years old. Matteo Bruno asks, what do you think about WWE's situation? What do you think about WWE's situation? I think they need to get their network subscribers up, otherwise their stock's going to drop. What do you think should change? I think Lesnar should drop the title to like Rollins, build someone up to that top level. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, I don't know. Last question, should WWE keep counting on John Cena? If not, who do you think should be the next face of WWE? Hopefully it's not. I really do not want to see Roman Reigns as the faces of the company. I think John Cena is way better than Roman Reigns. To tell you, I think he is. And you guys will probably realize that in years if Roman Reigns is the face of the company. I think Cena's a better wrestler than Roman Reigns. Cena's more entertaining than Roman Reigns, but definitely way better on the mic. So I wouldn't want to see Roman Reigns as the face of the company. I'd like to see someone like Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, someone like that as the face of the company. That'd be great, but that'd be something. That's something that's I don't know if I could ever see that happening. Matthew01 asks, who has the worst WWE gimmick? Great Khali, even though it's like no gimmick. Or I don't know. Hornswoggle always has something bad. Have you ever been out of the country? I've been to Canada, and that's it. London, Ontario. Anyone from London, Ontario? That's where I got a bunch of cousins that live over there. I said that's whenever I go to Canada, I'll go to London, Ontario. Weston Flores asks, are you an Xbox guy? If so, what's your gamer tag and what games do you have? I don't have Xbox. PS3, I don't even play that. What are your thoughts on Vince McMahon and him booking John Cena strong? And what are your thoughts on WWE as a whole? Vince McMahon wants to make money, and John Cena brings in money, so can't really blame him there, even though the product isn't how it should be. And what do I think is WWE as a whole? Could definitely be a lot better. Wish there was more competition. Britton asks, do you think WWE needs Jeff Hardy? I think that'd be a great ad if they did get it back. Full House or Boy Meets World. I love both those shows. Always used to watch those shows after school. But I like Full House more. Definitely been more of a Full House guy. Mary Maria asks, how is WWE Network now and is it worth it? To tell you the truth, I don't even have WWE Network right now. I think I had it set up to my PayPal account and my PayPal account got like screwed up or something. And I don't even watch it because I just go to Jeff's house and watch pay-per-views. And he always gives me shit about it playing the stupid he always plays the $9.99 song. He's like, it's only $9.99. He'll just keep playing it over and over. Every time I'm buying, I think he wants to like download it on a CD. and start playing it on our way to like wrestling shows. So he always gives me a hard time with the whole 9.99 song. And he says, "Are you going to do a vlog trip for Raw or SmackDown event you're going to?" So I already went to this one, so yeah, I did. Hope you enjoyed them. So thanks for the question, Mary. WXW Backyard Wrestling asks, "Are you going to this Raw coming up in Chicago?" I was there. And how many superstars have you met? And who was the coolest to talk to? PS, can you subscribe to our channel? It will mean a lot. Thanks. Yeah, I'll subscribe right now. There you go. Okay. And Tyler Slager asks, "Are you going to WWE Chicago 929 at Ulster?" I was there, man, but I didn't see you. Trojan Zombies asks, "How much does it cost to go to wrestling events? Where you? How much does it cost to go to those wrestling events where you take pictures and signatures?" Uh, it's pricey, hundreds, you know. There's a lot of events that are free, but there's also like Comic Cons and stuff, which will cost you in the hundreds. And he asked, "What's your favorite porn star?" Kendra Lust or Jada Stevens at the moment. They were cool to meet at Exotica. Made a cool video. Jesse Mendoza asks, "What was your favorite Eddie Guerrero match?" Uh, Favorite Eddie Guerrero match. I'd probably go with one, like, one that they don't really come good to my mind, but I remember always watching, what was it? I think it was like when he was first coming in. I'm not sure exactly who he was wrestling, but I remember he just had when they first debuted, like him, Chris Benoit, all those guys just coming in. I remember he had like a bunch of good matches then, but I did take a break from wrestling at one point, so I can't even like really point out one really good match. But I know I've seen a match between like him and Rey Mysterio, just on random like Raws and SmackDowns. So probably one with like him and Rey Mysterio. But I did stop watching wrestling for a couple years. I was just like in a point where I was just watching basketball more. I was going to Bulls games more and stuff. So probably something with him and Rey Mysterio. But one that comes to my mind, not really. I am Hadley asks, Where do you think the best place is to buy figures? I would say, probably Toys R Us or something. So they're always stacked on them. Favorite NFL team, Dallas Cowboys. So thanks for the question. I am Hadley. Craig Edelstein asks, "Sounds like Sting will be wrestling at WrestleMania 31. Who do you think will be a great fit with him?" Uh, Bray Wyatt, Undertaker, but who knows? With Team 3D off contract, do you think WWE will sign them since? Well, I think you meant to say we'll sign them to make up the tag team division stronger again. No, I don't think WWE wants. I think WWE just likes their own homegrown talent now, and they don't want anyone that leaves the company. Especially TNA for all these years. Besides wrestling, what is your most favorite sport? Basketball. So thanks for the question. Thanks for the questions. Oscar Madrid asks, "Do you have a girlfriend?" I do not. Who's the most underrated wrestler of all time in your opinion? Uh, Maybe someone that deserved more. Maybe like someone like Owen Hart or something. That's what I consider underrated. Somebody that deserved more than what they got. I consider to be somebody like Owen Hart. The Red Standard Caesar asks, "Did you know that WWE Network is only $9.99 with a bunch of?" I was just talking about that. I'm sorry. Okay, here are my questions. If someone were to make a movie by your life, who would you hope? Who would you hope would play you? Uh, Brad Pitt. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's something I gotta think about. I really would not know. What is your favorite? Or actually, maybe Joseph Park, because people always say I look like sort of like Joseph Park. What is your favorite video that you've uploaded? Day in Life Payback backstage video, which is crazy. That's a video I always like looking back on. And could you please promote my latest upcoming battle royal? I think you actually did this already. You asked this on the 24th. Yeah, I did this video so dang late. But that was a cool contest. The Red Standard always does cool contests. Go check them out. Lofting Styles Q&A Raw or SmackDown. So he's saying Raw, like a better Raw or SmackDown. Definitely Raw. I don't even watch SmackDown anymore on TV. Cody Hagan asks, "When are you going to do a free figure giveaway?" I did one, so hopefully you entered that one. Mick Grubu asks, are you going to go to another pay-per-view? Hopefully, when they come back here, definitely. And NFL or NBA? I would go with NBA. Ryan Woodside asks, do you like dogs? I don't really mind dogs. I don't have a dog. So, yeah. Death Adder 83 asks, I know you're a big fan of adult entertainment. What is your opinion on Gianna Michaels? To me, she is the Ric Flair of porn. So, what do I think about Gianna Michaels? You just said to you she's the Ric Flair of porn. Never been a really big fan of her. I remember going to Comic Con and like the ghettoest dudes were always at her booths. I didn't even bother going over there. She was just doing such inappropriate. No comment. Just go look up Gianna Michaels comic or exotic videos and see if she does any of those poses for the videos. Why does Seth Rollins look like a creative wrestler from 1998? Hey, Seth Rollins right now, looks like he's going to the top. Hopefully they can keep momentum with him and Dean Ambrose, but that's kind of the upside to Roman Reigns being out. You got Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose going to the top. Same with Daniel Bryan being out. Hopefully we see Daniel Bryan back. But yeah. I'm kind of a Seth Rollins guy. Besides Bully Ray, what was your favorite member of the Aces and Eights? My favorite member of the Aces and Eights besides Bully Ray was probably Ken Anderson, Mr. Anderson. I know we started a lot of shit with that with the guy with the long black hair in my video where Bully Ray grabbed my sign, threw it in that guy's face, and I think the reason he threw it in that guy's face was because, or the whole reason, I think Anderson told Bully Ray there's this tall guy out there that's just trying to intimidate the shit out of us, and I think Bully Ray was just like, let's draw heat out of him, and he wasn't taking it. And that guy's name was Dave, and I still talk to him to this day, believe it or not. He's a cool guy, and he just didn't take shit from any one of them, and that was kind of cool. So I like Ken Anderson because he always tries to start shit. Ryan Woodside asks, fuck Kill Mary, Stephanie McMahon, Nikki Bella, or AJ Lee? Probably F Nikki Bella, marry Stephanie McMahon so I could take over the WWE and kill AJ Lee. Those are kind of funny. Skelly Roblox videos asks, will you grow a gigantic beard? Hell no. I want to shave this right now. I should have shaved today. It's annoying. Chris Patrick asks, if you could go on any vacation spot, where would you go and why? Right now, I'd love to go to Vegas. How are you liking the network? I don't even have it right now. Will you do another VIP backstage tour again? Hopefully, I do in the future. Definitely. So Tom M asks, is it worth the money being ringside around $300, $500, $550? If you want to fork out the money, if it's going to be a good event, if you're going to a pay-per-view, it's $300, $500. It might be worth it because you're going to get to take home that chair. So it all depends on the person. What is your favorite NFL team? Dallas Cowboys. Ishmael Morris asks, would you rather give up cheese or oral sex? No comment. Raw or NXT? Which is better? Raw. And who is better, Rick Rude or Mr. Perfect? I'll go with Mr. Perfect. I was like Mr. Perfect, throwing a basketball behind his back, throwing a football, catching it on his own. That was always cool. So thanks for the question, man. Rick Reyes asks, how did it feel when you went to the first Comic-Con WWE event? Comic-Con was, I didn't really care. It was just a Comic-Con convention. WWE event, I remember getting Night of Champions. I was looking at the stage. I was like, damn, it's small. It looks so damn small. I was just like, wow, you look at it on TV, it looks so damn big, but you're over here, it looks so small. So it was weird. Where did you and your friend get the front row tickets for WWE? I think it was StubHub. StubHub always has them. You gotta just look on there. So thanks for the question, Rick. Juan Prez asks, you went to Jordans, LeBrons, or KDs? I like the LeBrons. I haven't really liked their recent designs. KDs, that's what I got recently. I haven't worn them for a while, but they always cut up my ankles. But I like the LeBrons. LeBrons have always been good. Who would win a match between Stone Cold Steve Austin or John Cena? I'd like to hope Stone Cold Steve Austin. Lucas Starr asks, what are your thoughts on WWE changing Devin's name to Finn Balor? By the way, go check out Lucas Starr. Cool dude, makes vlogs. you know, WWE wants the rights to the name, so I don't blame them for doing that. It's all they care about is the money, and you know, if they ever make him big, they don't want to see him go to TNA with that name unless they own it. So then he has to change his name. Jose Juarez asks, "Who is your favorite YouTuber?" I'll just go with like a prank channel. I like what's it called for pranks? Epic 5 TV. It's always entertaining. It's always funny, like Vegas pranks and stuff. So that's always kind of funny. And he asks, "Are you going to any other pay-per-views?" Hopefully, one this summer. What made you start doing videos on YouTube? Well, I'd watch people and make wrestling videos, and I was like, you know what? I do that same kind of stuff. I think people would enjoy it, and I just started making it. You know, I said, whatever, I'm gonna start making them. I got a camera, started filming. So thanks for the questions, Jose. Andre Davis asked, "I'm going to Raw next week. I will look for you." I met you last time, Andre, so I didn't get to see you this past time, but I hope you had fun. Who do you think is going to be the last two men standing at Royal Rumble 2015? I'm guessing like maybe Reigns and like Daniel Bryan. I'm guessing. I don't know. Then just maybe Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan. I don't know. And where would your dream vacation be and why? Maybe like a different country, Vegas. I don't know. I know I've said Vegas, mentioned Vegas a lot of this video, but it's freaking fun if you're over 21. So thanks for the questions, dude. Hernandez TV asks, as a kid, did you ever want to be in the WWE? Well, I think any kid that watches wants to be in the WWE. And what did you grow up doing? Where did I grow up? I mean, like, what do you mean? Like, did I watch wrestling? Or right now I'm just working part time. I'm 21 right now. But I always used to watch wrestling growing up. I think I stopped watching when I was like 13 or 12 or 13 or something. I know Jeff told me when I was like 15, he's like, you got to come to this pay-per-view event. We got to go to Night of Champions. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's just like, you know, you got to just start watching wrestling. Come to this event. It's pay-per-view. It's coming here if we want to go. I'm like, all right. So I started watching Raws and I got hooked back in 2010. David Duzurizan. I just botched your name, man. I'm sorry. Are you going to Chicago? Are you going to the Chicago Raw in the next few weeks? Yeah, I went to Raw and I went to SmackDown. I hope you enjoyed that video. Killer Demon 669 asks, there are rumors Austin Aries leaving TNA since his contract is up. Do you see him going back to ROH Japan or WWE? I don't know. I'd like to see him stay in TNA, to tell you the truth. Favorite porno star and movie? I can't even give you a movie, dude. But I'll just say like Jada Stevens. So thanks for the questions, dude. Eldon K asks, boobs or ass? Both. What do you think of Adrian Neville and his future in WWE? Guy's sick. Sick finisher. I think he has a bright future in WWE. Favorite TNA pay-per-view ever? The one that I really enjoyed was Lockdown. The one right before I went to the TNA first live TNA show. So I'd have to say Lockdown. People throwing beer bottles at Bully Ray and Aces and Eight. That was my favorite personally, because that was one. You know, that was when I started watching TNA, and that's just one that really sticks out to me. Can you give me advice on pimping the hose? Yeah, make sure you have the money. Make sure you have the money to take care of all of them. Bears Bound 0809. Cool dude. Makes videos going to Bears games, so go check him out. My question, bro, at those porn conventions you go to, can you just flat out ask any of the porn stars anything, like straight up ask them if they really enjoy anal sex and all that? Well, I went to one year when I went to that. Actually, I've been to it 2 times, and one of the times I was just like, you know, I'm gonna buy a DVD from one of these booths from one of these girls, and it was so awkward. I was just like, I was with one of my cousins, and I think the girl was Bonnie Rotten. I think it was Bonnie Rotten. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of her. She's got a bunch of tattoos and stuff. I was just like, so which DVD should I buy? She's just like, well, do you like anal sex? Do you like oral? And it was so awkward because she started pointing out her DVDs for me to get, and that's all I can leave it. It's awkward, but yeah, you can really ask them anything you want. So yeah, ask whatever you want. You know, they really do not care. They've seen it all. You know, you see a lot of freaking weirdos over there. That's all I can say. Michael asks, hey man, keep up the videos. Which superstars do you see returning first? Drew McIntyre, Del Rio, Evan Bourne, or CM Punk? I would say CM Punk. Which NFL team could you see being sleepers? Well, the Dallas Cowboys. Now, wish I would have put some money on them. Chris Patrick asks, will you do WWE shirt collection? How do you feel about the network in Canada? How do you feel about the network in Canada screwing us Canadian fans? I should do one. I know I keep saying I'm gonna do one. People keep asking for it. But don't buy the network if it screws you. Screw them. You know they need the money. Christian Alvarez as favorite WWE wrestler of all time and why? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just so much memories from the beer trunk. It was just like my favorite childhood person. Favorite childhood. Just like I love Stone Cold Steve Austin as a kid. That's the reason I'm a wrestling fan today. Amanda 450 Splash asks, how did you get into wrestling? Well, being around my cousins a lot, they used to watch wrestling, and I started watching wrestling with them, and hooked. Bob Jones, do you ever write in the... Come on, man. This has got to be a PG video, man. No, I'm just kidding. And yeah, I did. Wu Cena 1 asks, who was the nicest wrestler you met? Gonna go with... Or that's the last question. Gonna go with, like I said, Sheamus, Ryback, somebody over there, but yeah. And that's it for the questions, guys. Thank you so much. I know this video is an hour and 21 minutes right now, so if anybody watches this video, let me know down below because you're a freaking beast if you watch this whole video, watching me talk for that long. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me on Twitter, add me on Facebook, whatever. Instagram, I'll have all that stuff down below. I got a Snapchat too now, so I'll add that down below too. It's Kennokevin. Feel free to add me if you want. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.